It starts out by trying to define character. What is character? Well, there's a lot of character traits like
Phil Phails at philosophy.
curiosity or cleverness or open-mindedness. There's also these like moral character traits like honesty, cruelty, kindness, callousness. And in this book, we're really talking about the moral character traits. Those are like dependability, trustworthiness, loyalty, kindness, moral character traits. Not like his eye color is brown or her height is 5'11", or those are different character traits. We're really looking at moral stuff, the moral character traits. And when you look at moral character traits, there's a couple places we could look. We could look at Aristotle. He listed stuff like courage, temperance, liberality, magnificence, and justice. You could look at Paul. They just said Paul like everybody knows who Paul is in the book. I'm guessing Paul's a religious figure, but I'm not really sure who Paul is. They just said Paul. Maybe it's someone's Paul. I don't know. But Paul listed joy, peace, patience, kindness, goodness, faithfulness, gentleness, and self-control. Temperance is kind of self-control. Cardinal virtues, the cardinal virtues. I'm guessing cardinal is like religious. What does cardinal mean, y'all? Oh my goodness. It's hard without Grant here. Cardinal virtues. Let's see what the heck that means. The cardinal virtues are prudence, justice, fortitude, and temperance. Are four fundamental hinge virtues on which all other moral virtues depend, rooted in classical philosophy and adopted by Christian theology. They represent the perfection of human reason, will, and appetite. These virtues are considered natural, meaning they can be cultivated by anyone, but are crucial for leading a moral life. But what is cardinal? I think of the cardinal directions like north, east, southwest. Anyway, I'm not going to get stuck on that. This is where I would ask Grant, and he would help me talk through what it is. But he's not here. And then they talk about Dante's Inferno. Dante talking about the virtues of humility, kindness, patience, diligence, charity, temperance, and chastity. Those are the virtues. Vices, they kind of pair virtues with vice. Like on one, like a binary. On one side you got the virtue, on the other side you got the vice. So pride would have the other pole of humility. And envy, kindness, wrath is the vice, patience would be the virtue, sloth would be the vice, and diligence would be the virtue. Avarice would be the vice, and charity would be the virtue. Avarice is the desire for wealth or greed. Gluttony or temperance. Temperance is moderation, self-restraint. Lust and chastity. They kind of have them where there's a virtue on one side and there's a vice on the other side. So we got these virtues and we got the vices. Virtue seems like good stuff. Vices seems like bad stuff. Like you do a bunch of vices, you're probably going to go to jail. You do a bunch of virtues, I don't know, you might get the accolades of your peers. You might find yourself working in a food bank. I'm not exactly sure what you do to walk that strict, virtuous path. But this book says a lot of good stuff will happen. Just a byproduct of it. So your character is your own unique collection of characteristics or traits that are centrally important to who you are and how you act. We're going to look at the moral ones. So how do you define virtue? What is virtue? at least for the purposes of this book. Virtue is an action. These are my notes. Virtue is an action. It's a way that is appropriate to the circumstances. An action that is appropriate to the circumstances. It's an action that is okay in a wide variety of situations. Oh, to be virtuous. I see what's going on here. It's to act in a way that is appropriate to circumstances, to be virtuous. To do that consistently. It's not just do it once, but like there's a consistency. It's like it's a part of your character. You do it over and over again. So you might get the same test of virtue in a bunch of different forms, and you knock it out of the park each time. It's not like a one-off. And it involves the right motivation. I wrote altruistic motivation, not egoistic. So why you do it really matters. Yep. So it's the act, that there's consistency and continuity. It's about the motivation. Yep. Good action performed in a variety of different situations with the appropriate reason or motive. And it's reliable and stable. Like you can rely on that person to do that every time. So what is motivation, right? I guess you'd think about that like you're not doing the good act so that for your own good, for your own benefit. You're not like helping people so that you could be seen as some sort of way, right? Like, oh, I'm just helping people for the virtue signaling or so that I can get this job, or so that, sometimes I think my kiddo wants to do volunteer work just so it looks good on her college resume because she wants to get into a good college. And I wonder if the getting into a good college is the motivation for doing the good work instead of just doing the good work for the good work's sake. It reminds me of that mindfulness question that Thich Nhat Hanh asked. At least that's where I was exposed to it. Do you do the dishes to do the dishes, or you do the dishes to have clean dishes? It might not track exactly, but I think of doing the dishes to have clean dishes is like this, you're motivated in this other way, which we all need clean dishes. But doing the dishes to do the dishes, you're in the moment. You're doing the dishes. That's why you're doing them. The important part is being present in the moment, being active and engaged in what you're doing, and that being the only reason. There's not this ulterior motive. So motivation really matters. I kind of think about when Grant and I talked about how to live a happy human life. It was one of our questions. It might have been the first question of the big questions of philosophy. And there was like 3 different ways you could look at it. There was the virtue theory, which was like, I think it was you create a person that has good character, that's virtuous, and then they act on the world. And the next one was the act separate from any other act. You just looked at one individual act. Is this act good? The first one's like the virtue theory is like, is this person good? And then the second one was, is this act good? And then the third one was like, was it utilitarianism? Is like, what was the outcome of the act? Was the outcome of the act good? And that's where I get like, I don't know. This one's talking clearly in the virtue theory. Like it wants us to create a person that is good, a person that acts a certain way consistently. The other two was like what deontological, and you guys are watching me try to figure out this and remember. So some of this might be wrong. That's okay. You can put in the comments or you can email me. So yeah, the book's goal is to challenge the wisdom of using the virtues and vice to describe other people. because most people don't have virtue or vice. When you look at this definition of the right act, the virtuous act, a virtuous expression, behavior in a bunch of different contexts with the right motivation, and that being consistent, stable, you can count on that. That's the first chapter. We want to know what is character, what is a vice, what is a virtue, why is it important?